Okay, everyone. I'm going to turn down the music. I'm not sure how loud that is. There we go. Hopefully. Welcome back to Van Helsing 1776. I feel like it's been, and it has actually been a hot minute since we've been with you guys. Is my mic turned up? Can we hear me? I hope so. Our last meeting, we had some cast members out, so we spent some experience points. Got used to doing that in the Flames of Freedom. And the game before that, there was a blackout of Twitch in support of players of streamers of color and minorities that have been the victim of hate raiding. So every channel that I I think I've ever streamed on blacked out for that day. Unfortunately, that was our day, so you missed us. But that's okay. We're excited to be back with you now. All right, let's see who we've got in the audience here. We just got a couple here tonight. That's all right. I totally forgot to put out messages about this. We got Jane NV, Noise Raptor. I got to meet Noise Raptor last weekend. Pangolin of Indifference.
Pangolin of Indifference.
Gotcha.
That is one of your subscribers.
Oh, see, I only know that. Okay. Well, tell me who you are. I'm very excited. Very excited to
I
say
may
that.
know him moderately.
Oh, okay. It's that one of those. Gotcha. Yes. Gotcha. Well, welcome, Noise Raptor and Pangolin of Indifference. However, Pangolin. So whatever. His name's Pang now. That's it. It's Pang.
Pang.
You're all getting nicknames. Welcome. And then there's just a few other people in here. So welcome back. There's been some other stuff happening here on the Zweihander channel. I love you too. You know what? I'm glad you like me, Pang, because that's your new name now. I have to turn something down in my monitor because something's a little too loud. It's gonna mess with me. So, welcome back. There's been a lot happening on the Zweihander channel, but not so much with outside of Star Trek with Vampire Interpreter and TTRP Theater, the other channel that I'm with. But stick around. I think October is going to be the month for you. We are going to have potentially 3 new shows that I've kind of helped put together or am running myself. So in addition, there will be more Van Helsing 1776. So if you're looking to support the channel, there's a couple of ways you can do it. We'll just get that out of the way right now. Easiest way, if you're watching this on Twitch, just hit subscribe. Or not subscribe or follow, whichever. Follow costs you nothing. Subscribe on YouTube costs you nothing. Want to subscribe with your Prime Gaming? Costs you nothing if you already have Prime. Another way, if you want to support me directly, I'm going to go ahead and put that in here because they got the nice code for me. Boom. We have the Vampire, and they still have my name messed up, Vampire Interpreter, my Patreon, in which you can come there and support us. We've got 3 different tiers. We had a chat with our top level tier, which I think we have 1 or 2 now. We had a nice chat with him on TTRP Theater, talked about gaming and crunch and all that other stuff. So yeah, and then you can sometimes see behind the scenes stuff. I think I posted character sheets. Sometimes I'll post early videos. I've been trying to get Van Helsing reading Dracula to you, but every time I keep getting it, the sound is just all jacked up.
I sent you the link for the YouTube
to the new one
thing.
For the YouTube. I'm not sure if I saw. You have to send that to me because I had another one pop up.
I absolutely did.
That's fine.
I listened and it works.
There we go.
He was actually there when I did it, so he was sitting there like.
Yeah, and the thing I have of you, it's like you're still very much there, but I hear the audio from like a minute later. And then I hear the audio.
I'll get you the link.
Yeah. So anyway, so little extra things for you guys to enjoy. Very simple stuff. Sometimes I'm actually going to one of our new shows will be Wrath and Glory. Agatha over there, Erica, is going to be playing the Tech Priest, and those of us have seen kind of the start of her costume. It's looking pretty good. So I'm very excited for that. And I'm hoping, because as I'm watching myself on Zoom, I'm a little delayed. So I'm hoping that's not coming through on the stream. And if it is, sorry. Everyone else seems to be completely synced up with their sound, except for me. That's always good. That's okay. No one No one logs in here for me. We're all here for you guys. That being said, speaking of you guys, let's go ahead and do our introductions and go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone. I'm the Vampire Interpreter. You can find me on that on Instagram. And as I really sit there and look, I think I have my Instagram wrong up here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Well, I guess I'll have to fix that real quick while everyone else is going. Yeah, and you guys can find me there. You'll see all my updates and things like that. Let's go ahead and start with you, Mr. Bradley, as I fix my terrible error over here. Why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, and tell me what you're looking forward to for this episode, because it's been a while since our last one, and we're on our way to Emma's, I guess I would say, it's not Emma's family, it was her deceased, late, potentially returned from the dead fiance's house to see if we can find out who the witch is. So what are you looking forward to?
Okay, well, I'm Ian. This is the shout out I play on this one on Thursdays, every other Thursday, or no, this is Wednesday, isn't it? So I'm playing this game on Wednesday. Alternate Wednesdays, I'm playing in TTRP Star Trek Sagittarius. Coming up Thursday, September 30th, I'm actually going to be game mastering the Wrath and Glory that Adam mentioned. I think what I'm looking forward to most is maybe getting some answers here. Like, you know, is the fiance really dead? Is he still hanging out with us? Can he be killed with bullets? That's going to be Mr. Bradley's question, is can it be killed with bullets? And if it can't be killed with bullets, can it be stabbed? So,
and you bought a bunch of those upgrades last time. Our last show was everyone spending XP, so you bought more I cast bullets abilities, so that's always good. All right, let's jump down to Josephine. Josephine, why don't you introduce yourself? Plug anything you'd like real quick, and what are you looking forward to this episode?
Hi, I'm Megan. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Starweaver. You can also find me on alternating Wednesdays doing Star Trek with Mr. Bradley and the Vampire Interpreter over there, as well as...
And Emma.
And Emma. That's right. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Ty.
It's okay.
They're new to the ship. You keep forgetting about them. That's it.
I just view I view Lex as, you know, part of the ship. They're just there. That's not true. Getting sidetracked.
Here's a shovel. Dig your grave deeper.
Yeah. I'm in things. You can find me in things. Anywhere where Adam is, there may be a little bit of me there also, depending. And the thing I'm looking forward to the most is just really figuring out what the hell's going on, honestly. The whole, like, plucking of eyeballs things and which symbols being on dead fiancés' hands. It's all just very fun, so I'm excited to discover more.
I'm excited everyone's remembering all these little details I forgot, so that I can go, oh yeah, right, I totally said that thing. Yeah. I remembered that the whole time. All right, let's jump over to you, Elizabeth Van Helsing. Introduce yourself, plug something you like, and tell us what you're looking forward to this episode.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I play Elizabeth Van Helsing. You can find me starting in October. I will be joining a little late on the alternating Thursdays for the Wrath and Glory. I will be playing the Navigator. So I will have 50% extra eye rolls doing for that, if for nothing else. I am really excited. Well, like, I'm excited to get to watch all of the Scooby Gang go and discover all those things. Elizabeth has to stop meeting all these new people or she will literally go so insane that she dies. So Elizabeth is looking forward to reading about things and meeting new books instead, but Caroline is excited to see how the pattern of organ harvesting continues, because we have eyes, we have a heart, we have lungs, and we have a kidney.
Now that part I do remember, so
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go. Let's go ahead and jump over to you, Emma. Emma, why don't you introduce yourself, plug something you'd like, and tell me what you're looking forward to this episode.
Hello, my name is Ty. I play Emma Westminster. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Hey Tyler Gray. I am on Star Trek on alternating Wednesdays, and I will also, we don't have a start date for it, but I will also be in a new stream, a Kids on Brooms game. And if you are familiar with our TTRP theater games and cast, that is going to be run by the amazing Rachel and produced by Adam. So yeah, exciting. I'm looking most forward to figuring out what the fuck is going on. We've gotten a few episodes in, and I feel like we're slowly making some sort of progress, but like not fast enough. Like I need to know what's going on.
I feel like this episode's going to answer, you're going to answer more questions than you get, where I think all of the previous episodes have just led to more and more questions. We're going to start getting some answers here soon. There's a chance you might be able to quote unquote wrap up this first mystery here, but it's only going to lead us into the second one, in which case, between then I hope to get a nice little fun teaser out for everyone to let you know, quote unquote, who the next villain is going to be. So, and last, but certainly not least, we have Agatha. Agatha, introduce yourself, plug your lizard, and tell me what you're looking forward to.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Erica. I play Agatha. I'm not really on social media, but as Adam mentioned, I do have an Instagram for my adorable Argentine black and white Tegu. He's so cute. You can find him at Onyx the Tegu on Instagram. What I'm looking forward to the most is definitely kind of reiterating what everyone else says, is really finding some answers. I'm ready to kind of like get in there, figure out what's going on so that I can maybe shoot it, maybe stab it, like Mr. Bradley says, and go from there. But that's what I'm looking most forward to.
Okay, and that's everyone here. All right, guys, I sent you your character sheets in our chat, so if you need to check those out. We did spend experience points for you, Ty. I gave you the update on your stats. Just making sure I've got everything set up here, because I think everyone's pretty much healed up and good to go. Am I right? Let's check here. I think anyone's particularly hurt and or imperiled right now. Just gonna run through that before we before we get started. I think we're good. Well, that's right, you got some new spells there, Josephine. Let's see if that ends up helping out. All right, you're looking there. And then last but certainly not least, just checking the sheets. Yeah. And we keep forgetting about Van Helsing's drawbacks. I'm going to reread that real quick, 'cause I feel like it's supposed to have come up like 5 times and it never has.
Water really should have sent me into a mental spiral by now.
Yeah.
Because it's like every time I meet someone new or I'm in a new situation.
When you enter in public spaces. Gotcha.
Public space, exactly. I'm such an introvert that I will literally go insane if I'm in public too often.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I will
Please
remember.
do not
that.
make me continue to meet these people.
All these
just want to read.
Strange colonists in their weird ways.
Listen, I like your American men. They're very fascinating. A lot of them are very attractive. However,
yeah, they can
that
come.
means I have to be outside.
They have to come to your place, not there. All right.
have to go out. I have to go into the outside. I would like to not. They can send in calling cards and call on me.
Calling cards, very Victorian.
Oh, that's too Victorian.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay. It's all right. I'm me. I know all about the history. Send a pigeon. There we go. I'm just turn it down. I'm a little hot on the screen here, so let's turn that down. Or now am I too dark? I don't know. I'll figure it out in a second. All right. So
You look beautiful, Adam.
well, thank you. It was really more of like, does this white ass shirt just All right, let's go ahead and get to it. ever so long ago, I think it's been a month since we've actually been in an actual adventure, you guys had determined. So let's kind of review what has happened. Let's take the quick kind of the adventure here, or the mystery. Elizabeth Van Helsing has arrived to tutor young Emma Westminster, just in education and kind of in becoming a lady, even though Emma is kind of starting to get that age where they should have already had that training. Regardless, that's where we met Emma. We also met Agatha, her childhood friend, who has been off fighting in the what will soon be known as the Revolutionary War. During that time, we find out that Emma's brother was killed at the Battle of Bunker Hill. Emma's father leaves the home to go reclaim his son's body, leaving the house essentially in the care of Mr. Bradley. Mr. Bradley's kind of more of the butler. I'm trying to remember exactly which order all this... Oh, yeah, that's right. And that's where Lady Josephine came along, because with the death of the brother, Emma getting over the loss of her betrothed, I think it was merely like a month or two beforehand, everyone was concerned, even the colonel of the British Army, which has occupied Arkham, kind of sent you along the way for your blessing. On the way there, you found a mutilated corpse, which you guys believe may at the time had been caused by wolves and or various things like that. Some of you take the body to be buried. That night, there is a strange prowler about that enters the home, winds up in Emma's room, jumps through the window, and ends up leaving behind a locket that only Brendan, the betrothed, was buried with. Thus beginning the investigation. You guys returned to town to find out someone else had been killed. I believe his name was Jebediah. And you guys are put in charge of an investigation because you then... That's right. You guys eventually go back out to the graveyard to find out if Brendan is still buried. He is not, and in his grave you find a knife that has...
John Young.
John Young. I was like, was it John or Jeremiah? Young.
It was John. And
John
I
Young.
remember that because I kept calling him Adam.
Gotcha. So, you guys then return to town again. He was staying with an old widow. You find the old widow scared to death, and the body of John Young. He was missing, I believe, his eyes.
He was missing his eyes. They were pecked out by
crows.
Crows ?
Yeah, that's when you guys were put on the case. You investigated the body of Jebediah. He was missing things as well. You find out from the Undertaker that Brendan's body had strange arcane markings on it. It was then that you guys decided... you read Young's journal. Young's journal mentioned that he dug up Brendan's body on behalf of the witch. Mr. Bradley remembered that there was talk of a witch. I forget which. I think it might have been further east. Because then the reason I said that is the east.
It was to the... No, I thought it was to the west of the...
West. Thank you. Yeah, yes, you're right. It is further west because west, especially in colonial times, that's the wild, untamed lands where all the strange things are. So that is also where Brendan's family home is, and you guys have decided to go out there and try to figure out. That's also Mr. Bradley had heard, rumors of witchery thereabout, and that is what you guys are on your way to. And I keep watching myself skip in and out. Let's hope this keeps up. Am I fine on your end, or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
All right. Well, let's hope it's transmitting just fine. I'm sitting here looking at the monitor.
Think somebody would have said something by now.
Yeah, guys. If I'm looking terrible,
Pangolin will absolutely text me within 30 seconds if something is going weird.
Cool. Well, there we go. I'm glad. We got people monitoring out there. So. Sorry for the long exposition, everybody, but it has been a month since we played, so just catching everyone up and kind of mentally reminding myself this is where we are. So, what are we doing? The plan is to head out to Brendan's family's home. Let me see if I have... Did I have cool last name for Brendan. Let me check here. Walworth. Brendan Walworth. So the Walworth home.
Walworth.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Miss Van Helsing doesn't want to come with us.
Yeah, no, I would like to not meet a bunch of new people again. You can all go along. I will be back at the Westminster home to research your father's collection. Surprisingly, almost as extensive as mine back in the Netherlands. That's a word. I said that correctly the first time, I swear.
Father does enjoy his
that's how
tales.
That's how his family and mine were made acquainted. Actually, was through that sort of study. So we had similar interests when he was my age.
So it sounds like Elizabeth Van Helsing, you don't want to go to the West?
I can if you.
The way I see a public space is like the town forum, the market. It's not like just going outside. That's kind of in my mind.
It's not like I have to. It's not total introversion. It's not when I meet new people. It's just when I go in public. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like.
It's not a recluse.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's how I interpret it.
Later.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. You probably don't. What should have happened is after the old widow was murdered and all that business, and everybody came a looking. That's when you should have been, making some checks for you. Yes. But we didn't at that time. Now we know better, just to, simulate the teacher's profession's drawback. So, oh well. So the Walworth family home is not too terribly far to the west. I feel like, and this is just my, maybe it's my modern kind of take, everything is 45 minutes away on horseback. So, that would make it, it's like almost an hour, and I don't know how fast a horse goes, but that's at least about, 8 miles or so, I would assume.
Well, we have a carriage, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. The Westminster, you guys have a large farm. You guys are one of the more wealthier families in the area. So.
You guys have a carriage and enough horses.
So my question is, if everyone's going, is there anything I need to know? Is someone making a point, like I'm packing silver bullets or things like that, or
anything?
I'm absolutely all like. I would like to load my my flintlock before we leave.
If everyone's going to be packing weapons, Emma is just gonna be a little bit we're a little uncomfortable.
We're going to visit my family, not robbing them. What's wrong with you guys?
Right. Well, these are people she'll just be watching packing silver bullets and a knife or two or whatever, and just be these were they were going to be my in-laws. What are we expecting?
Well, honestly, to be fair, it seems like things have been getting a little bit hairy around here. And I'm starting to really think that bad things are everywhere. So, the word of God will protect us, of course, but also random men being dead and torn apart on the side of a quite populated road seems to be a thing now. So it could be good to, at least for the travel, pack a little bit of something. Not that I condone too much violence, but if we are protecting ourselves, it makes sense.
The word of God will protect us, but it also helps if we sling lead at them too.
I will also say, Miss Emma, I did not let on, but the altercation with the crows left me quite more significantly injured than you or Agatha. And I did not want to worry you at the time, but Mr. Bradley saw the extent of the injuries, and I would like to avoid that in the future if I can. If it means I am armed and people think strangely of me, then let it so be.
Should you be resting then? I don't want to
have
put you in
time.
danger.
it'd be fine.
One moment. So, ooh,
What are we doing?
are you sorry. I was reading something and having a thought at the same time. I have this great disconnect where I have an idea and then don't finish the thought before I start speaking. Out of character for just a second. Caroline, are you still?
No, I think it's been long enough that I'm
You were not mechanically injured anymore.
Mechanically not injured
Like you
any
might
longer,
still have like a bandage
but
and stuff
in
like
the
that.
in the fight, Elizabeth was seriously injured, but she's like mechanically okay now. Like she broke a rib real bad. Like so she's just kind of life sucks, but she's got a stays on, so
Beautiful. Okay. As long as you're okay, Miss Van Helsing.
yeah, it's not anything that hasn't happened before, but it's something that I have not been accustomed to, and I would prefer to have it and not need it.
I think, Miss Emma, what everyone's trying to say is, if the good book fails us, and those who protect you fail you, you know how to use this, and I will hand you a pistol.
She'll take it gently and do I have training in that?
We will check right
I mean,
now.
I don't think
I have it
so.
under my weapons, but I don't know if like I am trained to shoot it.
I'll do the thing where I carefully, point the barrel away from me.
40. Oh, I am better at wielding a pistol than I am a knife.
There we go. Yeah, you do have it.
I don't know what that says about me, but
I'm saying you're gonna bust some lead in a fool here.
Maybe
yeah.
take you to a gun range or something like that, or the equivalent.
Ah, yes. An 18th century gun range.
So out the back window at squirrels is what.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to think that maybe Mr. Bradley, when Emma was younger, probably like
Yeah, absolutely. For
not
squirrel
like
life.
super young, but like
Yeah.
The butler totally teaches you how to shoot guns.
This
Like
is
your
why
grandma.
I am here to chaperone and educate, and for your edification as well,
Well,
because
that's the thing is I'm the Mr. Bradley is the butler in the same way that like Alfred is the butler.
yeah. I see you kind of just like the you look over the household. You're not like just like, yes, Mr. Westminster, let me get you some tea and
Right.
brandy. Let me let me blah, blah. Like you
You don't want Mr.
he
Bradley
battles with the
polishing
best
silver.
of them.
Head of the house.
head of the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, I would have probably taught you how to use a gun.
Westminster might have the title, but Bradley runs the house.
You run the estate. You know everything what's going on. How many farm animals we have, how many people are working on the land, like you've got this.
How many dead bodies are in the graveyard?
Exactly.
I mean, well, he thought he knew that, but then people started getting up. Now we don't know. All right, so
I'll like tuck it into my like skirts.
Additionally, sorry, Adam, I'm gonna keep postponing so you can't talk. I would like to sort of gather everybody around, or if we're all in the same room, sort of gathering our things, to give everybody a little Bible lesson.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, it's
That hurt.
Uh, yeah, so I will just, tell the
you gonna
story.
cast that new spell you got?
I'm gonna very relevant story to the situation that I can't think of a good one right now because I was not very prudent with my Bible study back when I was.
Yale, I walk through the valley in the shadow of death. I carry a very big stick because I'm the baddest motherfucker in the valley.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Somehow, I don't think that's quite how it goes.
Yeah. So what you're gonna
Weirdly
need
enough,
here,
not quite.
to cast this, first things first. This is petty magic, so you get +10 benefit here. You don't really need to like do any bonus stuff to try to really up it. So you are making an incantation check at a +10 bonus.
Incantation check +10. Sick.
Yeah. So you should be rolling at a 67.
Yes. Hey, flat 7.
Flats. Oh, there you go. Real quick, while I'm
7,
looking
gotta
here,
love
I'm gonna roll for everyone's coins real quick here. All right, so you guys have 5 coins, all on your side. So there you go.
All right.
Real fast. Flat 7 is enough to succeed. Nothing too fancy about it, but that is enough. So with that spell, it will last 3 plus your willpower bonus hours. Yeah. Oh yeah. That you got a nice willpower. Yeah, 9 hours. So this will last for 9 hours. Success to the effect. After successfully casting, a number of allies, 9 allies who listen to you, gain a +10 base chance to defend and resist. So you get it. So any defense checks of getting shot at and stuff like that, and resist checks of yeah. So I think that's like resisting magic. So there you go. Remember that. So that will be. Yeah, exactly. You know. All right.
Will very much come in handy. Being a witch.
And
It's not necessary, but you know, it's always good to keep Jesus in between you and whatever peril life.
I do have to check one other thing. You succeeded, but now I got to double check the chaos die.
Nothing bad happened.
Oh yes, chaos.
Whenever you rolled a channel power,
You gotta roll the. You gotta roll to see if you get warp stuff happens.
yeah. So now we roll a d6 and tell me if you get a d6.
You mean if you get a 6?
If you get a 6 on your d6, yeah. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah.
Use my bloody die. I rolled a 6.
Oh
All right.
boy.
That's not going to be too bad. It's still so. I'm going to pull up here. Let me pull up the book. Let's just see what I roll here. That's not bad.
Magic in this game, and I fuck it up.
Let's see here.
I mean, when I rolled one in the last game, it was actually not so bad.
Yeah, it's because generalist and stuff like that, where you're at, is not a. It's not so much a big deal here. I just gotta.
Something like my toenails fell off or something weird. It was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
That's inconvenient.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to see if I can find the.
Noise Raptor said in the chat, he was like, he immediately was like, oh yeah, wild magic. Ever turn into a potted plant? I can't remember in Dark Heresy all of the different things that can possibly happen when you're a psyker and you.
Yeah.
You roll on perils. Well, there's perils of the warp, and then there's the other one. And
all right, I'm just gonna. I'll be right back. I've got the GM screen for this over here, so I'll be right back. You guys entertain yourselves. Oh no! As it falls. Oh, it's. You know what? You're just gonna see me walk off screen. I know it's terrible. I've broken the.
And his sleeves are rolled up. Goodness! How proper!
Scandalous.
No,
right,
no vest or overcoat. So just in there in his shirt sleeves.
I know, not even a vest. It's
I'm
really
so scandalized. Doesn't he know I am an unmarried woman?
He is in his underwear.
As are most
Just
of
my
us.
type, the kind who quotes books at me.
we are
Not the Bible. Specifically not the Bible.
Okay. Here we
Mr.
go.
Bradley.
Say that one more time.
We are a single woman's book club. Mr. Bradley is also included in this. He is
Yes.
also a woman.
You're also a single woman.
That is
He's
And
All right,
they're
petty
all-
man.
I'm gonna need you to
Manifestations.
take that shirt and go into a creek and give us a Mr. Darcy moment.
all right. So you will not immediately notice this, but it's nothing. It's nothing major. It's gonna be more petty manifestation stuff. Is more of just annoying and freaks out townsfolk than it actually will cause like a major problem. So you cast the spell. Nothing of major consequence happens to you. Everyone's feeling particularly like God is with them. And you will begin to head west to the Walworth.
That place.
She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping and amicably welcoming him home. There we go. Tongue twister.
And
Maybe
none
I'll.
of those had Walworth.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's fine. That's fine. We're just.
Talk to us about woolly walruses.
Yeah. So heading to the Walworth home that is west of Arkham. It's going to take you guys 45 minutes or so to get there if you are unhindered. I assume you guys left at like dawn or soon after, or did you?
In the morning.
In the morning. Everybody had their porridge and all that business and head out in the morning. Okay.
We're taking the coach too.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Bradley says.
I appreciate that. That is so from earlier.
All right.
Baked goods with us as well.
Baked goods, yes.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Bring in a gift. I like that. There you go. Maybe I'll give you a bonus there when you meet the family.
Some fresh
So,
baked bread.
As you guys begin your trek, once the Westminster home disappears off into the horizon, you find yourself into more of the wilds of the American, I guess this is really still the American East, but to you guys it is the wilds of the American West. The trails here they're not as well worn. And you continue along your way, the animals get quiet. It becomes eerie. And with that, Mr. Bradley, I assume you're manning the coach. I feel like...
Yes.
I just feel like that's you. I want you to give me a... You're going to give me a resolve test. And you get a plus 10 to this because somebody prayed to God. So you're going to do a resolve
Prayed
plus
at
10.
us, specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled 57.
Yeah, so you rolled a 57?
Mhm.
Oh, luckily for those prayers. Yeah, because you're normally at 53, so you need to roll 63 or lower, which you did, just barely. There comes a time where you kind of it's hard to tell if the path has a fork in the road. It's like, is that really a path, or is just that just happens to be an area that the trees simply have not overgrown into? It just, you start to feel a little disoriented, but you are able to maintain on that path. Miss Van Helsing, I believe you were going to get to make... Let me check something here.
How close are we to the Woolworth Manor?
I would say you're about halfway.
Okay. I guess that's not so unusual then.
Yeah, never mind. Do you have that skill? You do not. So, Josephine, I need you to make an incantation check.
Great. I would love to. That's a fail. That is an 87. That is definitely a fail.
Well, it's not an 88. That would have been terrible. That would have been a critical failure. So,
Count our blessings. Another incantation.
yeah, there you go. All right. Well, since you failed, you won't necessarily notice what's going on. As you guys, so we will say for narrative purposes, you come to that what appears to be the fork in the road. The carriage will come to a stop. Mr. Bradley's looking left and right, and for a moment, you guys don't notice that you've stopped because the yes, Emma.
Would I be able to help because I've been here?
So I was going to say narratively, what happens is the path is not as well worn, so you guys do have to stop occasionally, like reposition things like that. This is not a quick trip, as it were. And that you would be the first to notice, like, Mr. Bradley, is everything okay? I just think I'm a little lost. Oh, it's that way. Oh, yes, of course. And you guys continue along your way. Let me, okay. Where is... Here it is. All right. I need from everyone... Everyone is going to make... What is it? As I'm trying to remember this. Everyone's going to make an awareness test. It's going... Unless you have some sort of ability that you feel would cancel this out. Because you're in thick forest. So I'm going to give you a -10 to this roll. Now, if you feel like you've got a particular reason that shouldn't apply to you, I'm more than willing to listen. But I feel like it is what it is.
Hey, Adam, can you roll for me?
Yes, I can. Can you see your sheet, Agatha? You rolled a 74, so I doubt you succeeded.
Yeah, no.
And here I was nervous.
Well, I ordered my pizza top with fail.
I had to roll under a 33.
Yeah, I had to roll under a 35, and I got a 29.
I got a 15. Look at us.
Hey!
I got 71.
Nice. You're too busy with Jesus. It's okay.
You're too busy with Jesus.
Your husband, who is Jesus, called and is like, hello.
My father, but also somehow like, no, I'm not even
Father, husband, savior.
Yeah, exactly. There are 3 of them, so
Yeah.
There are 3 of them.
Listen, ain't that the goal though?
You've got your house husband, you've got your outside husband, and then you've got your money husband.
What if 2 of those are the same husband? Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if officially you're doing it right then, but
it's fair.
This
Monsters.
That's the 3rd husband.
Monsters.
Specifically Monster Husbando.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about this, everyone. I'm trying to move further into the book.
Today, we're going to teach you how to find your spooky husband.
Step 1, meet a nerd. Step 2, spend the next 10 years trying to figure out if the other person likes you or not. Hey, Noise Raptor.
Meet a nerd, be awkward for a while. Finally have that revelation moment of two.
Oh, wait, what do you mean you like me back?
Mutual pining for several years.
Yes.
That's
All right.
the
Sorry, this book is just taking a hot second to load here, and it's my computer.
It's a big book. It's a big
yeah,
book.
it's 674 pages here.
Gotta get
And-
that beautiful hard
That the map though, like just looking at the map, that map is huge.
That map, though.
That map though, like I didn't realize that it went almost out to the Mississippi.
Check out the colonies on that map.
Damn, look at those colonies though.
All right. Well,
Damn, girl,
I didn't
you
find
got
what I
hella
wanted to
colonies.
find, so I hope this is what I'm looking for.
I just want someone to tell me how much they like my colonies. That's all I want in life.
Find a man who appreciates your colonies.
I just want a
All right,
man.
so who succeeded? Who succeeded at their awareness check now that I've somewhat found what I was looking for? So I got 2. Okay. So, yes, Noise Rapper, your ample colonies. Yes. So the two of you, Emma and Elizabeth, we will say you two are sitting near the back of the carriage. It's probably at this point in time, Miss Van Helsing, that you would be talking, kind of doing your best to educate Emma now that there's a little bit of a lull in what's going on. But before you can get too far into your conversation, there is sounds of twigs snapping and underbrush being pushed about, and you will look out and you will see a wild boar just charging the carriage, coming straight for it.
God. Oh God!
Bradley, go faster. Go faster.
If the horses to go faster, we're being charged.
We must go faster.
There is a boar. It's mad. Get it going faster. Run, gallop.
I take out my pistol.
All right.
No, that's going to make it angrier. You're
Not
just
if I
going
hit
to
it.
anger it.
All right.
We do not have
let's.
the firepower to kill this right now. None of us have spears.
That being said, let's see what happens. Let's go ahead. Let's everyone roll their initiative.
Oh, right.
Really?
Oh,
A
boy.
boar,
So that's
Adam?
I wanted to find a wolf, but I couldn't find a wolf. I got to the W's, and it went from that to a white mage, and I was like, all right, well, I don't want to spend 30 minutes of this thing trying to load, so boar's what you got. Mm-hmm.
Don't knock
So
wild
it is
boars. They are exceptional.
1d10 plus our,
Yeah.
let's see, initiative. I think you put it on here.
Towards the bottom.
I played a gangrel once that turned into a boar.
Yeah! Oh no, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Yes. And it's a boar and it's angry.
All right, let's go ahead and roll this thing's initiative here too. Erica, you do need me to roll for you. Erica, you will add 9 to your initiative.
Ooh.
Where do we find initiative again?
Yeah.
So it's on your character sheet, and it's near the bottom.
Where
Your
you're
initiative is your initiative modifier for you. I think it's on your fourth page.
It is
for
beneath
you.
the unique
it's-
traits and above movement.
It is 7 for you, Emma.
Mhm.
So
I just-
Ian, what's your total?
I've got a 14 total.
14. Agatha, your total.
I'm having trouble finding it on my
All right.
sheet. Mostly because I can't see.
Josephine, what's your total?
8.
Emma.
I also got a 14.
Miss Van Helsing.
15.
All right, and I will check for you, Agatha.
My dice are just really not having it tonight. They're like, you waited too long to play this card.
Oh. I think I
7,
missed
so you got a 10, I
16.
believe. 16?
Wait, you said
9, 9, you're right. You're right. You're right. The 3 was from
Plus
the board.
9. Dang.
All right, so the first person to go is you, Agatha. So the boar is charging from the out from the brush of this thick wild forest. Why did I suddenly end up at ghouls? What the hell? How did I end up here?
Because you were looking up something else, clearly.
That was not the plan. But anyway, keep going.
So I probably imagine that Agatha was out sitting next to Mr. Bradley instead of being inside of the carriage. I guess I'll be a little late in recognizing that the boar is charging, but when I finally do notice that there's an angry wild pig thing coming towards me, I will try to shoot at it with my pistol.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna go ahead, take a shot. I believe to shoot is just how many AP does using your pistol use?
It's like one.
Shooting it should only be one.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, it's
AP.
low, that's 2. All right, so you
Yeah.
can shoot. Go ahead and give me your check. Or did you need me to roll? That's right.
Yeah, I need your roll.
So you're pulling out your turnout pistol?
Yes.
All right. Do you want to aim?
Sure.
Okay, cool. That gives you
Additional action.
yeah, that gives you I think an additional +10. Well, you hit.
Yay.
Let me check here. So you will hit okay. So you are going to roll Fury dice here. Your base damage is 3. It's black powder, so it explodes on a 1 and a 6. You roll a 6. You rolled another 6.
I'm so good at this.
Yeah, you're just blowing this thing up here. So 50, you did 18 points of damage. So it drops down 2 steps on the condition track. So then what happens then is now that I've gone down 2 steps, I now have to make an injury check. Now that I'm, yeah. Sorry, everybody. It's been a hot minute since I've played it. So now that I am, because I start roll a chaos dice on a 6, I suffer an injury. I do not suffer an injury. Okay, so Agatha, you pull out your turnout pistol, aim, line it up just as the boar's lunging out of the underbrush. Open fire, and you hit it pretty good. It is definitely not, it's not happy. So now you have 1 AP left. You could start reloading, you could jump down, or you could save it to dodge.
I'll probably start reloading.
Okay. You will use 1 of your action points to start reloading. I like it. Okay, so the next person to go after that is you, Miss Van Helsing.
Well, it probably won't get too pissed off if we all shoot it at once. Like, if only one of us shot it, we'd be boned. But if we're all shooting it, we should be fine. Or at least if more than one of us. So I will also go ahead and shoot at it.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. I'm rolling at.
Oh, I forgot to roll to see if I avoided getting. Actually, okay. Well, there you go. I would have rolled. Nah, the first hit I'll take.
Okay. I succeed. Just a normal success.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. You know what? I'm going to use one of my actions to do. No, I will not use. I will not use it because I figure if I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it on Mr. Bradley. You know, because Mr. Bradley has cast gun.
Yeah.
All right. So you do the base damage plus a d6, I assume. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Does 3 damage and then. Okay. So that's 7 total.
7. Alrighty.
Yeah. 3 base damage and I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you shoot at it, but off of its thick hide, the weapon doesn't seem to really do any damage.
Damn. I reload.
All
I'm not
right.
getting out of this carriage.
All right. So if you shoot, 2 actions to reload, so you are ready for next round. It is now either Ian or it is either Mr. Bradley or Emma's turn. You guys are tied, so I'll let you.
Driving, like riding the carriage, right? Like taking hold of the reins.
I like how we're doing a drive-by on this floor.
Would you like to stop, or do you want me to go first?
You should probably let me shoot. So.
You can hand the reins to Agatha.
Yeah.
No, I can't hand the reins to Agatha because Agatha has used her action points to like keep loading her gun.
You could just throw them on me, but I won't be able to do anything with them, and just pray that the horse keeps going where we want it to go.
I actually don't know if we want to stop the carriage. Is it going along the path? It's along the path, right?
Yes.
So they're not stupid, so they'll stay on the path. So I don't think we actually want to stop.
No.
Our moving target, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you could hand the reins over to Emma and.
Well, I'm in the back of the carriage.
There you go, just reach through. Here you go, we're driving now.
Like driving from the back.
Here, drive.
I can't see where the fuck we're going.
Just take these reins. If we feel like we're not going fast enough, do this. Yeah, I don't know if you wanna take a shot. You feeling bold, or if you want me to just go ahead, because I'm gonna shoot on my turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'll shoot.
Do it.
Why not? Okay. Is it just 1d10 or?
So you're rolling 2d10s. You want to get lower than 43 unless you take an action to aim.
Yeah, no, I would like to aim.
All right, so now 53 or lower is what you need.
Okay, cool. Oh boy.
Yes,
Really
I'm pretty
glad
sure.
I took that. I'm really glad I'm aiming because I got a 47.
There you go. I'm sitting here, I'm like, what is aim? Aiming, where is it? Attack actions. Take aim.
It's the act of pointing your gun at something.
Yeah, there you go. You can actually spend 2 action points on an aim to get plus 20. That being said, you hit. So now what you're going to do, Emma, is you're going to roll a d6, and you're going to add that to the result. If you roll a 1 or a 6, you get to re-roll and add that to the result as well.
For all of Elizabeth's knowledge, she doesn't think to, I don't know, maybe aim. She just pulls it out like, oh god.
It's a stressful day.
I got a 2.
You get a 2, so you also shoot. You shoot this wild boar, but it doesn't seem to affect it through its thick hide.
Oh god.
So you have 1 action point left. You could save it to... Actually, you don't need to worry about saving it for dodge this round because you have a cool ability that you cannot be targeted during the first round of combat. So
Yeah.
you could start to reload, or you could maybe climb to the front and take the reins.
I was going to say, I would like to climb to the front and take the reins if Mr. Bradley plans on shooting.
I'm sure Mr. Bradley intends
He
on it.
moves to the
I
shotgun
really would.
seat.
I would really rather not like the horses, veer off into the woods and everybody crash and
Or,
die. Or
spook and startle. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go grab those reins.
All right, there you go. I'm not going to bother rolling for that. Mr. Bradley, your turn.
Mr. Bradley will fire his brown vest at this
Oh, okay.
war pig.
Big money, big money. Are you aiming, or are you just...
No. And I roll a 28, so I hit.
All right. That is accurate. With accurate, okay, that's for long.
I don't
All
think
right.
we're at.
Yeah, so now you roll a d6, add it to your damage. On a 1 and a 6, you get to reroll.
Okay, so I got a 1.
All right, so
I
reroll.
actually reroll on a 1, a 5, or a 6.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because you're
Oh, God.
ridiculous, yeah.
He casts gun.
Reroll,
Yeah.
and then 3.
So what's the...
total 10.
10? All right. 10 drops it down 1 step on the condition track. So it's now down 3 steps. And I believe I know it's gonna have to make another roll. It's just how many damage now that it's 3. I get to roll 2d6 or suffer an injury. I do not suffer an injury. I am just down 3 steps on the condition. So that was 1 to shoot. What do you want to do now?
I am going to normally it takes 3 action points to reload, but I have nimble fingers, so that's reduced to 2. So I will reload the brown vest.
Gotcha. It now goes to the boar's turn.
Oh no.
Gotcha here. We're gonna... Ooh, I do not even know what that does, but we're gonna do it. I am going to attack the vehicle. Like, I'm gonna try to damage and knock over the carriage. It's bigger than me, so I'm going to... I'm gonna see how much damage I do to it. That's what I think I'm just gonna do. That's what we'll determine here. Alright, making my tasks here. I have a sale. Whenever I charge, you may flip the results to succeed at the next attack action or rough and tumble. Gotcha. Well, that was a fail. Even if I flip, it's still a failure. What was charging? Is charging, how many actions is a charge? Charges 2 actions and attack. All right, well, that is... All right, so it runs, and you guys, it just barely misses the carriage, and then it's going to turn back around. However, it is Josephine's turn.
Yes. Okay. So, on my sheet, it says that I have an overcoat pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be presumed that I just always have that on me, or would I have to have said something?
I think if it's on you guys, everybody was worried about going to, Emma's potential in-laws. I mean, you were all packing, so I don't see any reason why you decided.
I like that, like, Emma was concerned about all of us loading, and then didn't think to, see the outline of the fucking pistol in your pocket. Just, oh no, it's fine. I don't need to load mine. I haven't shot it yet.
So you can go ahead and take a shot. Do you want to aim?
Yes, I will.
All right. So you're rolling 63 or lower.
I like to think that my pistol sort of has a rosary around it.
Gotcha.
Romeo plus Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Romeo. Oh god, that one's so good.
I love that one so much.
This be my long sword.
It's so good. I rolled a 47, which should do
that
it.
That does hit.
You're rolling under a 60, and damn, how are you so good with guns?
So what's your... So now, roll a d6, and you're going to add it to the damage of your weapon. And your damage is 5. So if you roll a 1 or a 6, you get to re-roll and add that too.
It was a 3.
8. Well, luckily for you, that is just enough to damage it and make it drop down one step further on the condition track.
As a woman of God, it is her role to be a shepherdess, and sometimes shepherdesses must cull the herd.
Jesus, take the gun.
Jesus, take the gun.
All right. It is severely hurt, but does not take any mechanical injuries. It also, your pistol cannot do grievous injuries because it's a pistol. With that, though, considering the fact that everyone else has to go before it does, I'm assuming that someone's going to injure it enough that I'm not going to bother going through the rest of that particular combat. It runs, so we're going to say it swings back around. Lady Josephine takes a shot at it, injures it in the leg, and it's still hobbling towards you. And then you guys just unload a barrage on it, and as it's bleeding out, it's still crawling towards you, and you notice its eyes are black. And then eventually it just
Was there anything unusual about that to anybody else?
I don't...
Yeah. Boys don't have black eyes like that.
Oh. Once I notice the fact that its eyes are black, I want to intently stare at it for a little bit to see if anything else weird happens in its throws.
So the demon can pass into you? Is that what you're trying to do?
Willpower. Let's see if you get possessed.
Bring it, baby.
That being said, give me an incantation check. Josephine.
It's a 70.
Damn.
Time to switch the dice.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So
Put those in your mouth. Show those dice who's boss.
Whoa. That was not where I was.
Fail.
All right. Anyway, on that note.
One's not even sexual.
They're like creepy looking too, so I should have assumed that like these bloody looking die would probably not be the best ones to use for a holy woman, but
Gotcha. There we go. I knew those
What a
dice were
shocking
evil.
revelation.
I knew those dice were evil. Okay, we're taking a look at the time. You guys have slain the wild boar, and after its death, and Lady Josephine takes a look at it, you just hear the sounds of crows off in the distance going like, and they just like fly out of the trees, almost too many.
Real fiery birds.
And with that, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll pick up as you guys arrive at the. I just want to say the name right here. Thank you, the Walworth house.
Walworth. You got it.
There we go. All right, everyone. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and we will see you guys back here then. So, see you then. Okay, everyone, and we are back. All right. There we go. All right, and making sure everything's all set up. I probably should have done that before I hit live. Welcome back. Our group of investigators have just come out of the tree line, and I'm just terrible at talking today. Quick, speaking of being terrible at talking, I have joined a Discord for this Twitch channel that supports deaf gaming. They're going to have a Vampire the Masquerade game. I am so excited to watch. I want to know what all the signs for all the clans are in sign language. I know that seems totally off topic, but keep an eye out. I'll probably start posting stuff about it. That's super exciting. What's the sign for Ventru in American Sign Language? What do deaf people do for that? And if you're a huge geek like me into sign language and stuff like that, that is an important question. That being said,
if it doesn't involve butt stuff, I will be disappointed but understanding.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's.
I know. That's a joke.
I'm just like, well, I guess it depends on which Venture we're talking about. That'd be name signs though at that point in time, and that's okay. Anyway, so now let's get back to talking the tree line. And we are at the Walworth home. Specifically for Mr. Bradley and Emma. You've seen the Walworth home. Well, it's been a couple of months. As you look at it, it almost feels like it looks older than it should be. Perhaps in a way, kind of just by looking at it, all the life has been drained from it since Brendan's death. But the paint seems to be peeling, and it just feels different to finally be back. Emma, give me a resolve check. I'm going to give you a plus... I'm going to give you a plus 20 to this, because not much is happening, but I feel like if you do fail, something interesting could happen. So normally, I would kind of skip it, but I feel like being at the childhood home of where you met Brendan might.
I got a 48.
All right, that is successful.
Thanks to the plus 20.
All right, you are... Yeah, well, you're pretty good. I thought you were pretty good at resolve. Anyway.
It's 40.
Yeah, actually, 43. Well, yeah, there you go. All right, yeah, you're good. You're good. You're able to keep it together. It's just, in a way, it kind of pains you gets you right in the feels to be back here. But other than that, it's just after noon. The trek here took you a lot longer than you expected. One, being attacked by a boar, and the path seemed overgrown on the way here, and it was a difficult trek. So what do we do?
Make our way to the front, the door.
As you bring the carriage closer to the porch, you can see the crows watching you. And out in the farm, there is a scarecrow watching you as well.
There's no servants or anything?
No.
Nobody to greet.
Nobody to greet you. I'm just
foreshadowing. Will be nobody to grieve us.
There's usually always someone to meet me when
I can't help but notice that the paint on the house is cracking here and there. How long has this house been like this?
It didn't look like this the last time I visited. surely not a lot could have happened in just a few months.
Hmm.
I don't think I like this at all. You better let me knock, Miss Emma.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Ian.
Oh, I said, I don't like this at all. I think you better let me knock, Miss Emma.
Yeah.
Something ain't right. More not right than, I suppose, anything that's happened this week.
Elizabeth says a quiet paternoster in Latin. I almost said Italian. Not Italian. Latin.
So,
She learns Italian and then says it that.
So what'd you say, Ian?
I'll park the. I don't know, like park the carriages if I put it in park.
Pull up the carriage.
The carriage. You know, whoa. And I'll jump down.
You knock at the door. It's quiet for a moment, but then you hear shuffling on the inside. And the door opens, and in the house is very dark, and a shadowy figure answers the door. Mr. Bradley! Opening the door is, I took a little bit of notes on this, is Hunter Walworth, the father of Brendan. Aye. He looks frailer since the last time you saw him. Is that you? Oh, he opens the door. It's good to see ya. And he kind of grabs at your hand.
Hi, it's good to see you again. Wish it was under better circumstances.
He looks around at everyone. Emma! He's kind of like shuffling down the steps to come see you.
I'll step out of the carriage and offer a hand to help Emma down.
Emma takes it and will like meet him like halfway. Does he look like he's aged?
Mm-hmm. He's definitely.
Like,
I wouldn't say too much. It's. I would say
Noticeably, or
you could, had you not had other strange experiences happen to you, you would just say he is not taking the death of his son well. Like that kind of thing. But you guys have seen very other strange things. I feel like you could suspect something. Gosh dang, my eyes just. Ugh.
Emma greets him politely, but looks at him with concern and takes his hands. Mr. Walsworth, are you okay?
I've been better. Come. I'll put tea on for everyone.
yes, I'll help Agatha and Josephine out of the carriage as well. If they haven't already just, if Agatha hasn't like
Jump down.
eaten herself into the house.
As they're walking inside, Emma will just sort of like, I imagine, she takes his arm or something and looks around the estate, and I'm just gonna pull a name out of my head. Is the caretaker Jefferson not around? With no disrespect, but the property doesn't look like it's been the best kept.
We let everyone go a month ago. We needed our peace. He kind of he looks when he says we need our peace. He looks down the hall to a closed door. Let's go to the sitting room, which he'll take you to the right. And I'll say, please sit. I'll get the tea. And he starts shambling towards the kitchen.
Oh, I totally want to sneak off and go look in that door.
There it is. There it is.
Emma's gonna like look at Agatha.
To help with the distraction, as he shovels off to, as Mr. Walworth goes to get the tea, Elizabeth will say, "Would you like assistance with that, sir? 2 sets of hands would surely be easier."
He kind of has the he does the kind of his eyes say sure, but he's like, "Oh, I've got it. He's being the proud old man, and after 2 prods at him, he finally acquiesces. You got a little bit of a distraction there, Agatha, so why don't you go ahead and give me, I believe it's no doubt a stealth check.
I got you, boo.
Like, I feel like that's, like, rather than just make it a stealth, so you're rolling 57. You don't got your dice over there, Agatha, so I got